love me, yeah. The streets ain't never loved me, yeah.
Streets ain't never loved me since my brother died. My mother cried, tears in my eyes bleed red. Ain't no love inside. Streets left me dolly, my phone they left it holy. Dawn was in that passenger side when they tried to fool me.
Yeah, you know the streets ain't never love us.
Yeah. GD. I've been shot, I was left with a zipper on my stomach, nigga. You know these streets ain't never loved me.
I've been stabbed, I've been left with a zipper on my stomach, nigga. You know the streets ain't never loved me.
I've been locked, I got charged for some shit I didn't do, nigga. You know these streets ain't never loved me.
Caught a case, went upstate, fuck the Jakes, nigga. Yeah, you know these streets ain't never loved me.
Laying up in the hospital bed in ICU. Hit that button like every 3 hours to get those blues, yeah. Laying in the test of pain, I know shit won't be the same. Sipping my stomach, shit don't stop a thing, I'm still a man, yeah. But who gon' be there when you doing time? Can't get no money, so they dropping down, these niggas bitter. And I hope they get the picture, I'm only getting bigger. The top cat out my litter, yeah. Tell you they love you, but they hate you on the low. They hold you back, how they expect for you to grow. I got locked up, ain't said me nothing, but I'm your nigga. My body numb, I got no feelings for you niggas. I'm from where niggas will shoot you right here in these hallways. If you got trust in that loyalty goes a long way. These size 11s, these pussies can't walk a mile in. They hit my cousin with life and he's still smiling. I've been shot, I was left with a zipper on my stomach, nigga. You know these streets ain't never loved me.
I've been stabbed, I've been left with a zipper on my stomach, nigga. You know the streets ain't never loved me.
I've been locked, I got charged for some shit I didn't do, nigga. You know these streets ain't never loved me.
Caught a case, went upstate, fuck the Jakes, nigga. Yeah, you know these streets ain't never loved me. Streets ain't never loved me since my brother died. My mother cried, tears in my eyes bleed red. Ain't no love inside. Streets left me dolly, my foreign they left it holy. Dawn was in that passenger seat when they tried to fold me. Remind me of my gun, that was real shit, this real spit. Rocks I was selling was smacking them, call it Will Smith. I ain't never told and never folded under pressure. Yeah, them Neek was in that ambulance with me, he was on that stretcher. Niggas tried to take my life, I couldn't tell you who. Many men might not make it, I'm here to tell the truth. Me and Job, that's my brother, you know we moving tight. Brown boys fuck with the family and I'ma get them that. This my testimony, solid, all the rest is phony. Merrick niggas come at the fam and send your best opponent. I was stabbed, I was left with a zipper on my stomach, nigga. I know the streets ain't never loved me. He was shot, he was left with a zipper on his stomach, nigga. You know the streets ain't never loved us. Gang, Merrick shit, it's how we music, nigga. Go.
Talk to him, Glenn.
Listen,
Oh, win shit, let's go.
I hear the beat and start dumping. Y'all niggas cross over like cars coming. Old talking feel like pole vaulting. I'm bar jumping, I'm job hunting. Y'all looking like easy work. Even worse, I brought the cane with me to get the job done. I'm a raw substance. Y'all gonna love this. Oh, straight out the oven. Still hot, still rocking a low fade in a bucket. Went to elementary rocking gold chains as a youngin'. On the block, watching my pop sniff cocaine in the public. Dope came and disrupted his game. Loved it with no shame, just to hug him was so strange. My mother was no angel, but anyway, back to the bars. Yeah, I talk to you like a man, but when I'm rapping, I'm God. So watch your tone or get popped and thrown in back of the car. Rest in peace to all the rappers I off. Feel like I'm in a jungle with a silver stripe on my back. 50% of these rappers can't fight or rap. It's the Lord O, equivalent to Christ on the track. I record flows to help them get their life on track. Give them some guidance, hand them a mirror, show them who God is. Help the kids start their own business instead of college. I was dope when I was dusty, but I'm better polished. If I raise it, you know it's big. I'm like Valletta Wallace. Let's be honest, no contest. They all fall to the conquest. I pull up and lean on them like an armrest. Bomb threat, told them I was gonna shake the building. They ain't listen. Now they gotta replace the ceiling and paint the kitchen. I ain't who you want smoke with. Promise you, boy, I smoke shit. Glock 19, I call it COVID. Trying not to expose it. Y'all lining yourselves up for the shot. Smoke a couple L. I'm knocking your bells off when I fuck they thought I was gonna do when I got here. Not when, that's why these niggas dread when I'm locked in. I'm not them, cause I'm him. You know what I'm talking about?
It's the breaks, nigga. Right here.
Another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me? Knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Man, woman, and children. Sun, moon, and stars. Everything exists has to coexist within. Like I said, another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me? You're another day alive, another day free. Y'all know the slogan. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me? You heard? Top of the top, the hustle don't stop. Anything that's ill will, sick, stay away from us and suck a dick. Big Dice said it on some real pimp shit. Top of the top, y'all. Top of the top. Y'all know I was off yesterday. I'm off today. Got to go back to work tomorrow night. But I slept all day yesterday. Got me some good rest. It was raining. Good rest. Top of the top. Thank God to Allah for everybody for waking up. Alhamdulillah. Everybody in here, thank God. God is good. God is great. We got Dog Soldier in the building so far. I got some content for y'all early in the morning. This is the Wake the Fuck Up show. I'm going to start doing the Wake the Fuck Up show. I'm going to try to do it on my days off because I used to go live at 7 in the morning. But I woke up like around 4:30, so I said I was going to go live. I set the live. Hope some people pull up. I got some content. I got some viral information that need to be circulated. So all content creators, it ain't follow the leader, but follow my lead. There's some things going on with our peoples, and we need to discuss this shit. And if we got these platforms, it's all right to jib jab, like they say, and do all that juke joint bullshit. But we need to take these platforms to another plateau as far as being informative. Everything shouldn't be about monetary. Everything should be about our voice and people paying attention. So if you got 1 follower, 10 followers, if you got 1,000 followers, you got 200,000 followers, pay attention to the power of that. Pay attention to the power of that. How y'all feeling this morning, though? Hope everybody's families is good. I hope everybody paying attention to their family. Yo, you know what I was thinking about, too? We got to get back into back in the days. I don't know if y'all remember. Back in the days, at night, they used to have, like these motherfucking, these commercials. Y'all remember these commercials they had them back in the days? They had commercials back in the days. They had commercials back in the days that would say, it's 8 o'clock. Remember back in the days? It ain't for these kids today. You know why? I blame us as parents for not administrating the same rules that our parents gave us or other parents gave their children. Because all of us didn't come up in structured homes. That's a fact. Some of us grew up in survival mode, and our parents taught us to be in survival mode. So it was kill or be killed. But I'm talking about we always had a friend or two, or we might have been privileged enough to be in a home where some laws was made, you know, like when your parents should tell you, you're going to do as I say, as you're under my roof. If you feel as though you that grown, I don't know if everybody heard this from their moms, but my mom's told me this. If you're that grown, maybe it's time for you to leave my keys on the table and go find your own spot. Back to what I was saying, the conversation between parents and their children today, I'm noticing is being it's being eradicated. It's being discontinued. It's not going on no more. People are not, it's like a text. I remember back in the days, I used to love to hear my mom's voice. I remember my mother used to call me and be like, yo, I just wanted to hear your voice. And it seemed like that whole dynamic of communication between people have left. It's like people not even yearning to hear each other's voices no more. So they feel as though now that we got these communications like text phones, text messages, emails, et cetera, if we type into something and send it off cold, I love you, put a little heart on it, a little bear on it or something like that. That shit don't mean nothing really. Unless you're in Afghanistan or something like that. That shit means something like if you in a motherfucking cross seas or some shit like that, you going to war. Or you're a foreign exchange student, or you may be on the other side of the world trying to, get your life together. But that shit don't mean nothing if you right in the same space with each other. You dig what I'm saying? So before we get into all that bullshit, shout out to Trap Animation. Make sure y'all go over this. I've been playing every joint that they dropped by my nigga Big. He dropped part 1. Let's get into this. Then we're going to get into this content because we got some things to talk about. Share this live. Let everybody know. Grown folks conversation. Hey, Miss Peachy, I see you in the building. Top of the day, sis. Thank you for pulling up. I got some content lined up, but straight up to Big. Y'all know how I feel about Big. Rest in peace to my man. Let's go. Yeah, them dudes right there, Trap Animation. Make sure y'all go over there and subscribe to these dudes. They done made and remastered videos from the East Coast to the West Coast, all type of music and everything like that. I've just been fixated on the Big shit because y'all know that was my man. Rest in peace. But let's get into this content. I don't know if y'all been hearing about what's going on, but it's some real sad situations going on right here in the world right now. That's a fact. Matter of fact, rest in peace to Big. This is an old picture of Big. That ain't no motherfucking AI shit. That is not AI, y'all. I want y'all to pay attention to that picture. Rest in peace to Big. That is not an AI picture. That is an official picture of my nigga Big back in the days with the Sergio Cincini suit. You notice how everything just comes back around to a 360 with the Sergio Cincini suit on, with the cream wallabies, with Tammy and Tamika, the first credit card scamming queens of Washington, D.C. If you know, you know. They twins. This is facts. The first documented hood scamming females of Washington, D.C. Let's get into this content. Got this young lady right here, 16 years old, y'all. 16 years old. And unfortunately, she was with 5 older people, 3 men, 1 woman. All of them were white, Caucasian descent. And unfortunately, they found her body in the woods. In the woods. Let's get into this quick clip.
Park ranger accused of sexually assaulting men.
He abused his position and targeted men in city parks at night.
Joey Ellis, a former Houston park ranger, is now facing expanded federal charges after prosecutors say he used his...
That wasn't the one. That was not the one. That was some other dude. And I hope you get your life together, brother. But we wasn't thinking about you. No, we wasn't. No, we wasn't. Excuse me, y'all. Let me get this together. YouTube technical difficulties. Forgive me. Yo, Top Tiger, salute, man. Happy belated born day to you, bro. And many more, you heard? Big Dice Stamp that if y'all don't know the great man himself. Top Tiger been flying on the streets.
A community is mourning tonight. A community is mourning tonight after the body of 16-year-old Kayla Huff was found in Randolph County last night.
Okay, I found it.
A community.
My fault, y'all. I got it for you right now. Forgive that technical difficulty. We right here about to get it rocking one more time. Let's go.
Imagine your daughter missing for over a week, only to be found dead in the woods. That's the nightmare Kayla Huff's family is living right now. Kayla Huff was only 16 years old A Black teenager from Missouri who had been missing for more than a week was found dead in a wooded conservation area. And the allegations are horrifying. Authorities say multiple suspects are facing charges tied to her kidnapping and murder, including claims that Kayla was beaten, locked inside a trunk, taken into the woods, and shot. One suspect reportedly even told jail staff she got poison ivy from being in the woods. People online are furious, asking why missing Black girls still don't receive the same urgency or national attention until it's too late. Kayla Huff was not just a headline. She was a child. And now a family is grieving while the community demands justice.
The community is mourning tonight after the body of 16-year-old Kayla Huff was found in Randolph County last night.
Imagine your daughter missing for over a week, only to be found dead in the woods.
That's the nightmare Kayla Huff.
How y'all feel about that? Like they said, how come is continuously news reports of minorities? We're not even going to just say Black, because if you remember a couple of years ago, there was over 45 minorities missing from Washington, D.C. to Virginia. And I'm going to keep an update on this story because I want to know, how was she even with them? Now, you can notice her mother was white. You know what I'm saying? I know she's distraught over her daughter. And just like down here in the South, like that's really a new thing now. I was just talking to somebody about this. I don't even remember who I was talking to, but it's still a lot of racism going on because there are evil people in this world. Now, for instance, let's give an example. Not saying this is what happened. I'm just giving you an example. I'm giving you an example of what could have happened or what does happen. And down here in the South, you have a group of people that are one color, Black. Then you have a group of people that are another color, that are white. A lot of them today, I'm talking about this day and age, let's say the present. I'm not talking about the past and our grandparents' past and our parents' past and our great-grandparents. But a lot of the present people today in the South, Black and white, are still racially motivated. It may seem like a joke. People live cordially together, but they don't really interact like that. When it comes to working together, of course they'd be cordial. And then there's a couple that are picked. Like there are a couple of P's that are picked, vice versa. Like there are a couple of Black people that because of their, I guess, moral compass or their character, they have entrusted a Caucasian group of people that they may work for or maybe even be around where they can just develop a rapport saying that they're friends, and they'll say, well, we'll invite him and his family or a couple of his friends, because maybe it's a few. It's the same thing like white, it's Black people. It's Black people down here that are pickpot. A couple of be like, he white, but he cool. So I want to know what happened now. Does the people that are involved in this case with this young girl, were they family? Were they friends of the family? Were they people they're upset? Because, down here, some of the Caucasian people, when it comes to a Black person being with a white person, that's something very, very, very taboo down here. I told y'all about the young man that was found in Bladenboro, North Carolina. You can Google this. They found him hanging from a tree. They found him hanging from a tree with his genitals cut off and placed in his mouth. Okay, I'm gonna say this again. A Black man hanging from a tree, his genitals was cut off, placed in his mouth. Allegedly, the reason why this happened is because he was in a relationship with the sheriff's granddaughter. To this day, no one has been arrested. To this day, no one has been tried. No one has been convicted. Seems like this man's life has just been totally erased off the planet Earth. And then it came out allegedly, dark skin beauty, what up, sis? Then it came out allegedly the sheriff and two of his sons allegedly were responsible for the death of this young man. So when it comes to this beautiful young girl right here, it's so much more to this story that we have to pay attention to. It's so much more to this story that we got to pay attention to. Number one, if the mother entrusted her to be around these damn near adults, what was the reason why they was around her? What was the motive for them actually unaliving this beautiful girl? But I know one thing, when it comes to situations like this, I really am not really advocating the violence, but it's time for the revolution when it comes to certain shit, because it seems like only women of minority, whether that be black, whether that be Hispanic, matter of fact, whether that be a woman of Caucasian descent that is lived in neighborhoods that we come from all our lives, that's still minorities because that's part of a lower class. And it's like this shit is just being brushed up under the rug. Just like this situation right here. Anybody heard about this right here? See, I don't understand. It's like, I respect it. You know, everybody got their platforms. It's other platforms. I'm not even talking about in the dark sector or the dirty sector, whatever people want to call certain things. I'm talking about, I have not seen this on YouTube. I saw this on Instagram. And this is a crazy story too, because these three women right here actually, and there was a controversy because some people thought that this was a joke. No, this picture right here, a family member took three particular pictures of these sisters. And you know, every time today they got these AI apps that you can put things together. A family member put three individual pictures of her family and put them together, I guess, for the viewing or whatever like this. And this is the picture that they put out. So some people were saying, is this a joke? And nah, this ain't no joke. But the controversial story behind this, they went to UK Brighton Beach. Pay attention. UK. Great Britain over there, you know. And they was just found hours later. But ironically, their mother died in the same incident? Oh, y'all think I'm bullshitting? Y'all think I'm bullshitting, don't you? Y'all really do think I'm bullshitting, right? Okay, I'm gonna show you I'm not bullshitting. Let's go.
And that their loved ones have been informed. Police were called to the seafront to the east of Brighton Palace Pier in the early hours of yesterday morning. The leader of Brighton and Hove Council described the deaths as the most devastating news that the city had received for a very long time. Police say they've identified three women who drowned in the sea off the...
Ironically, their mother drowned in a similar incident years ago. I'm gonna keep an update on this story too, because close family members and friends have been telling police and investigators they feel as though this is something about a bloodline that's trying to be erased. See, people fail to realize, I don't know if Dog Soldier's still up in here. I'll tell y'all a story. People fail to realize. It may sound petty. Shit, it might even be immature to some people. But there are some people that will wait a long time to do something to you for something you've done to them. Dog Soldier, you still in the building? There are some people that will hold a personal grudge and wait till the most opportune moment to get you. Now, see, the most fucked up shit about this, if you should happen to say pass away, if you should happen to pass away and you have family members, like they say, them family members take your debt. So if people want your life, your family members' life, they want too. Dog, soldiers in the building. He just told you this. I'm gonna tell you a story. Big dance hall art, big dance hall. He was known for his dance. They called him Bogle. Anybody that know in the 90s, even Buju Banton, the great Buju, did a song in tribute to this Batman dem, rest in peace, named Bogle. But see, the crazy part about it is, in New York, when we saw people that danced and things like that, or performed, or was great dancers, they didn't have backgrounds of being Batman, meaning gunman, meaning drug dealers, meaning extortionists, meaning terror. This dude named Bogle from Jamaica. Do your history on this man. This nigga was crazy when it came to dancing. The dance hall shit with reggae and shit like that and all that. Flag the Plane and Running Man and all them type dance, like my homegirl Mad Dog that was a dance hall queen when it came to that. The rumor is said to be Bogle's family robbed a certain group of Colombian cocaine overlords for 1,000 kilos of cocaine, allegedly. They said this was in the late 70s. I didn't get here to 72. In the late 70s, Bogle family allegedly was responsible for a robbery of 1,000 keys of cocaine. I guess the most important people that was involved with the jukes of the robbery or whatever type thing, they deceased and passed off. If you pull it up on YouTube right now, type in the funeral of Bogle. The whole Jamaica was there. The rumor is family members of family members that were robbed was responsible, allegedly, for the death of Bogle. See, dog them say, Willie Agard. So I say that to say this. What did these women mother do? If this is the truth. If their mother really did something where she was unalive the same way some 30 years ago, and now they decide, sisters, to go to UK to have a good time, and their demise happens the same way, I'm gonna keep an update on this because there's more to this story. And after this quick break, I'm gonna get into this. Anybody know what this is? I did a story on it. Dog City, and they had some money too, I heard. Allegedly, all allegations. But if you know, you know. I put this picture up because I want y'all to look at his eyes. Anybody remember this? Anybody? Anybody? We're going to get into it after this.
You can't play both sides, you niggas gotta choose. Niggas out here being tough until they make the news. Mama said her son ain't hurt nobody. The streets said her son was catching plenty bodies. If you accept these charges, then please hold. In every hood, there was a nigga that was tougher, and he still told. Like, what I gotta do to make you niggas rhyme? Like, I'm ready to kill when the kind of minds be cautious. I'm dealing with more sticks than a porcupine. Quill spines, whatever you wanna call them. Yeah, plus my little mama, she a trap queen. Doggy, when she mixed with that Fetty, give him a wop lean. It was a whole lot of cars when there was stimmies round. We going over a year and half you niggas down. All these expensive clothes, like was that smart? Now they uploading their clothes on the Poshmark. Switch, baby, careful with this. I mean, it's bitch sharp. One across, one down the middle, look like a chrome heart. Damn, I'm always outside. I'm like high from who? About to put your car on skates. You think you slide through? I help build my niggas. This ain't Legos. Protect the fan by any means. I be Diego. Yeah, tiger to you niggas. I'm an animal. It's a jungle where I'm from. What y'all wanna do? You can't play both sides. You niggas gotta choose. Niggas out here being tough until they make the news. Mama said her son ain't hurt nobody. The street said her son was catching plenty bodies. If you accept these charges, then please hold. In every hood, it was a nigga that was tough, but he still told.
See y'all go fuck with Joff and them, man. Shout out to Carnage, to Billy up in the building. If y'all ain't know who I was talking about when I put up this picture right here, I'm gonna show it to y'all again. This picture right here. This is Miss Renee Janae Ashley. Ashley Janae, may she rest in peace. And see, I found out something about this sneaky dude right here. This dude right here is a billionaire. This dude right here is a billionaire. And you see them in this picture right here. You see them in this picture right here. Can anybody tell me something distinctive about this picture? This is the young lady that went to Zanzibar, Tanzania, whatever the fuck that shit is. Some weird, wild shit. You dig what I'm saying? Giraffes, lions, all type of shit walking around. She feeding giraffes. I'm talking about she walked out the back of her motherfucking suite, wherever they was at, and there was a giraffe out there waiting for fruit. You dig? Pay attention. Is there anything about this picture that y'all see that kind of stands out? Because he took her there for the anniversary. And on the anniversary, he proposed. On the anniversary, they proposed. The crazy part about this is they got into a little misunderstanding out there. Now, this could just be, quote unquote, amplified because she is no longer with us. May she rest in peace. This just can be something that they amplified. You know how they put things on, especially with social media nowadays. You can't even really listen to everything on social media because it's always amplified. But this is a couple right quick that they said when they was out there in Tanzania, whatever, they started arguing and beefing to the fact where hotel management had to come to the room and separate them. I don't understand how, like they say, on the night of an engagement and anniversary trip. And if you pay attention, what I was asking if y'all paid attention to what stood out, what I feel as though that stands out in this picture is that big ass diamond ring on her motherfucking hand. You notice how she showed that left hand in that picture? Anybody paying attention to that nice, beautiful ring on that picture? Dog said it seems normal. Dog said it seems normal. But I told y'all I was going to do an update on this. Because this right here was real spooky because, like I said, they go out there for an anniversary. Then he winds up proposing to her. And then he winds up calling the parents 12 hours later, letting them know that she is no longer with us. Let's get into this story, man. This right here is crazy. Let's go.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it, just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44, a complete AI
with racially charged content and far-right adjacent accounts. Pages that, by all appearances, did not reflect any celebration or respect for Black women. The public took note of that.
Pay attention. This right here is the update they was showing. This is her out there. Nice Chanel bag, nice hair and everything like that. May she rest in peace. Beautiful. Let's go.
Traveling abroad, dying under disputed circumstances, and families left to fight from thousands of miles away with no real power and no real answers. Let's go back to Joe McCann. He never posted Ashley on his social media while she was alive. When she died, he never called her.
Did y'all pay attention to what I just said? They done went to a place where she got giraffes in the back.
Exploitation networks.
Eating the fruit.
The pattern is not new. black women traveling abroad, dying under disputed circumstances, and families left to fight from thousands of miles away with no real power and no...
They just made a straight Ron BX salute, boy. He just dropped a straight up Jew. He said, there's more and more black women traveling to these worlds, traveling to these third world countries, traveling to these far off worlds, and they're ending up unalive. For example, the young lady down here from Charlotte, North Carolina. She took all her money, saved it up, bought the expensive Airbnb, and decided to treat her and her friends to Cancun, Mexico. Unbeknownst to the world, one of the friends is a transgender woman. They call the parents and they say, quote unquote, something happened to her. She's unalive, etc., etc. A couple of days later, due to the investigation by the police, a video is released and it shows her being attacked repeatedly by the transgender woman. So they got into a fight in the room. You see her, they're fighting. She didn't fail, she didn't hit her head. They still beating on her repeatedly, not breaking it up. And her father down here in North Carolina was so brokenhearted, he sat up there saying, damn, man, like I just want to know what happened to my baby. And it's still no real outcome has came up in that situation. So what he's saying is everybody wanting to go to Dubai. Everybody wanting to go to Dominican Republic. Everybody wanting to go to Brazil. Yo, I'm hearing these women say, quote unquote, how they want to go to all these islands because they may want to improve their bodies to them, not to the world, to them. You know, they say, well, I don't like how my breasts may look, so I want to get my breasts enlarged. I might want to get my breasts reduced. I've heard some women say, my chest, I have to have a breast reduction. And I would think it would be because of a joke. And then I had to find out that this is actually medical proof. Some women that are large-breasted have chronic back pain. And me, because of my sciatic nerve, being in 2 car accidents, certain things I know with back pain, I wouldn't wish on an enemy. And I've had a homegirl tell me, I have to have a breast reduction, that's because it's like my back is killing me. And then she had children and her breasts got bigger, et cetera, et cetera. So we got these women that's saying they're going to go to these foreign countries, butt implants and silicone lips and silicone cheeks. And for what reason, I don't know. For what reason, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I think everything is beautiful about everybody as long as God gave it to you. But, you know, if you don't believe that within yourself, you're done. Now we got this young lady right here that's no longer with us. And this is a serious situation because it just came out that this guy is a billionaire. No, he ain't got a few thousand. He ain't got 100,000. You know what I'm saying? He ain't got 200,000. He ain't got like $1 million. No, he ain't got like $10 million. This dude is a billionaire. This means this dude got over $999,999.99. He got more money than that. And now still, there's no arrest, but they did take his passport.
Real answers. Let's go back to Joe McCann. He never posted Ashley on his social media while she was alive. When she died, he never called her family to tell them. He never released a public statement. He never said her name, not once, not publicly. His activity on X, formerly known as Twitter, tells its own story. He was active on the platform as recently as April 8th, the same day Ashley and Joe had their argument and were separated into different rooms. His posts that day were about a client's success with artificial intelligence and
I thought I was joking when I said this before on the first show I did about this. I want to know who this dude is where you got a lion. And I'm not being funny. I'm dead serious. Like, I want to know, like, did he grow up with this motherfucking lion? Did he grow up with these animals? Like on some real shit. Like, how is he walking around in Africa somewhere with a lion that's not trying to maul them? I don't think y'all really listen. Pay attention. Look, I'm gonna show y'all one more time. I'm gonna show this one more time. It's a giraffe back there, y'all. That's a giraffe. See, that ain't no AI. You see how you looking at that shit? Yo, dog, you see how you looking at that shit? There ain't no motherfucking AI. That's different type of motherfucking money right there. You dog, that nigga got different type of money. Him a billionaire. Let's go.
McCann. He never posted Ashley on his social media while she was alive. When she died, he never called her family to tell them. He never released a public statement. He never said her name. Not once, not publicly. His activity on X, formerly known as Twitter, tells its own story. He was active on the platform as recently as April 8th, the same day Ashley and Joe had their argument and were separated into different rooms. His posts that day were about a client's success with artificial intelligence in Thailand, business as usual. No sign of a man whose relationship was falling apart, no sign of anything at all. After Ashley's death became public, people went back and examined his social media presence more closely. What they found were associations with racially charged content and far-right adjacent accounts. Pages that, by all appearances, did not reflect any celebration or respect for black women. The public took note of that. Reports began circulating online that Joe McCann had been taken into custody in Tanzania. Those reports spread fast. But as of the time this story was reported, no official confirmation of an arrest had been made public. No charges had been announced. No court date had been set. Nothing was on record. So here is the question this story will not answer for you, because that is not our place. If you proposed to someone, and days later she was gone, what would your response look like? Now look at his. You tell me. Ashley Robinson's story is not just about what happened in that villa. It is about what we can learn from it. For any woman traveling internationally, the basics matter more than most people realize. Share your full idea.
Pay attention to this right here, ladies. Pay attention to this free game he giving y'all right now. Shit, my niggas, shit, she giving everybody free game right now. Pay attention to this free game right now. I want everybody to pay attention to the instructions that he's specifically given to women. Because, you know, women grown, they go on their ladies' trips or whatever. Some shit. They might meet somebody like, you know, let's go out of town, let's go see or whatever. There are certain rules that he is going to give us right now. That's some great jewels. Pay attention, y'all. Listen.
Itinerary with someone at home before you leave. Register your trip with the United States government through the Smart Traveler Enrollment Program known as STEP. It is free, it takes minutes, and it puts your emergency contact information on file with the nearest embassy. Check in with family regularly. And if something feels wrong at any point during a trip, trust that feeling. Do not talk yourself out of it. For women in relationships, one-sided visibility is worth paying attention to. When a partner keeps you completely off their public life while you make them central to yours, that imbalance deserves a conversation. And when warnings come from multiple people, from multiple directions, over an extended period of time, they should not be dismissed. They should be taken seriously. For the rest of us watching, there is a role to play too. When an American dies on foreign soil, the official system has limits that families cannot overcome alone. They need legal support, diplomatic pressure, and public attention. The noise that communities make around cases like this one is not just noise, it is leverage. It is the difference between a case that gets buried and a case that gets answered.
You see how he just said that? Case get buried, like the young lady in Cancun, Mexico. Ain't nobody talking about that no more. Now check this out. He a billionaire. Who knows that he even gave them his passport? Who even knows that he's still in Tanzania? Who even knows he's still... Now let me explain something to you. A lot of the movies you watch are true. A lot of them people got connections where they can get them fake passports. Everybody got a price. Who is it to say he even still over there? But that was some free good game he gave everybody, especially if your lady going out of town, your daughter's going out of town. Shit, ladies, if your man going out of town, you know what I'm saying? Keep in touch with the motherfucker. Like, let that shit be known. Yo, if you don't hear from me, something ain't right. Don't let them people tell you, quote unquote, I'm most good. Nah, something ain't right if you don't hear my voice, if I don't call you or you don't hear me, nah, something ain't right. Dog, did she love him or the life? Dog said by the pics, it looked like she loved him. She loved him or the life. Chanel bags. Shit, if they went to Tanzania, you know they done been to Dubai. That's a fact, dog. He said, I know a lot of problems a little dough is gonna solve. Like this the part. This the part right here. The nigga weird, but he got money. I wouldn't trust him around my children, but I'll fuck with him. He know he not my man, but we cool. If the nigga want to take me to Dubai with him, I'm fucking going. He know I don't go with him. If he want to spend that money, let him do it. Where the women at, y'all? Because I'm telling you, there's some women that'll say, Dice telling the truth. My fellas that's in here. You ever asked a woman, quote unquote, that you was trying to shoot at, let's go out, and she said no? Let me rephrase that. You ever asked a woman that you were building a rapport with on the phone? Y'all was talking, y'all was mingling, y'all was interacting, y'all was getting to know, y'all were flirtatious with each other, my brothers. And then one day you say, yo, check this out. Let's go to Atlantic City. Let's go to Miami. Let's go to Jamaica. Let's go to Puerto Rico. Did she say no? Did she say no? Y'all ain't got no homegirls like that? Y'all ain't got no cousins? Y'all don't know nobody to say, well, since he spent the money, I'm going to let him spend it. Because there's some weird-ass trick niggas out here. I was watching the show. The Chi is back out. Season 8, popping. 2 episodes out. And there was a scene. If you're up on the Chi, it's a dude by the name of Nuck. He run the 63rd mob now. Because he wound up killing a dude by the name of Duda that ran the 63rd mob. So Nuck caught a body. Iman Thug, he's playing the guy that was selling some weed. Nuck wound up bodying him in front of a little dude. Bakari, he want to be an author. He tired of the streets. He caught a body by mistake, but on purpose, because a dude by the name of Ronnie killed his man, childhood friend. Told Bakari, you know I kill you, right? Bakari said, no, you won't. Then the scene goes off. Then you see Nuck. He's like in a building. You see a dude just mopping the floor, minding his business. Nuck run up on him. He said, yo, how you find me here? Nuck said, I'm 63rd. I know where everybody at. I run this. They converse about how did this happen. You know the simple conversation. Duda got killed. The man said, but what you looking for me for? He said, because I need somebody I can trust. But he just told Bakari, you was his number 2. That's who you trust. So the dude, he looked at him and said, yo, this what you doing now? Mopping floors? Man told him, I've been in prison, man. I'm chilling. Nuck told him, yo, think about it. Walked off. Later on that night, that same man that was sitting there scrubbing them floors trying to pay his bills was sitting down watching television with a young lady that's supposed to be his lady, and she said some of the coldest shit. She said, I want more. I want fly shit. Watch the episode. And he looked at her and said, I don't see you working. Why you ain't got no job if you want all that? And her response, let me tell you something, cold episode. Ma looked him dead in his face and said, because I want a nigga to take care of me. His response was, I do take care of you. They watching a big screen TV. They're in a home. He said, our bills is paid. That's all that matters. She said, my baby daddy doing better than this. After that line, she says, I was thinking about getting back with her. He wants us to be a family again. Moral of the story of that money is the motherfucking devil, y'all. That money is the motherfucking devil, especially to a motherfucker that feel as though they're privileged and they deserve something. The only thing that you should be thankful for is waking up. Everything else is given. You wake up knowing who you are, good mental space, that's a hell of a blessing too. Everything else is given. You got somebody that love you, genuinely love you. Shit, you love them. That's 3. If you got children, your children are alive. That's 4 if you got parents. Shit, if you got grandparents. Some of us are blessed like that. That's so many reasons. Evilness is real. And it's a new day right now. There ain't no more like back in the days. I was watching some shit. It's no more of that shit back in the days. I watched a commercial of Tommy Hilfiger back in the days. And they were saying that when we was coming up, like the older cats, and I thought about that. When we came up, the women wore baggy clothes. When I met my son's mother, she had a oversized, extra large Champion hood on, an oversized Guess jumper on that was falling off of her, and a pair of brand new Bugs Bunny Jordans on. So when we was coming up back in the days, the only thing that we had to focus on was chin to head and their brains. The lustful thing was not really so important as it is today. Like back in the days, you might see a chick in a baggy leather jacket, some denim jeans that wasn't tight, and a sweater, and a pair of door knocker earrings with a salt and pepper hairdo, and she was the one in the motherfucking neighborhood that had everybody locked. And she wasn't fucking nobody. She didn't get her shit from drug dealers. And I think about that shit now. She didn't get her shit from drug dealers. You remember them girls, like, what's her name? Nunu? On ATL? As opposed to the twins where they were shoplifting and their moms was catching them with shit and they was always stealing. You see, Nunu had all that fly shit, but she ain't had to fuck for it. She ain't had to steal for it. All she had to do was bring home good grades because her parents had that paper. Now? Nah, this shit is a hustle. See what Dog said? This shit is for the love of money. Before we get out of here, I want to show y'all something. This right here is another unfortunate situation. Mother and daughter. Mother and daughter. Pay attention to what it says. The mother that had smoked some bad marijuana after that just wasn't the same. They trying to say that this young lady stabbed her mother to death and killed herself because she smoked some bad marijuana. And that's why I put this up, because she was going through depression. And you see what it says right here? She was on medication, Jackson said. She went to an institute for only 2 weeks. But when she got out, the mother called me and said, she is walking around the house with a knife. Can you please come get her? So the mother, unfortunately, was telling family members, I think that my daughter should have stayed in this mental facility a little longer. I don't think 2 weeks was enough for her, and I'm afraid. You see it. They gave her medication when she came home after them 2 weeks. But the mother said when she got out, she was just walking around the house holding a knife. And unfortunately, this beautiful family right here, this young girl stabbed her mother to death and took her own life. And the crazy part about it is, now that marijuana is being legalized, you see what Trump just said? Everywhere it's about to go down. They said she smoked some bad marijuana. She smoked some bad marijuana. Pay attention to what the neighbor said. Suicide victim begged neighbor for help with the daughter that was fighting demons, telling her to do bad things. That's not marijuana. That's mess. That has nothing to do with marijuana. That's mental illness. And it's fucked up how they tried to take that shot at the great Bud for that. I want y'all to see something if y'all ain't see it on Instagram. Go follow China at 050. Please go follow him. Bobby Smurda, before I get out of here, has been saying some of the wildest comments. He started shooting at Jay-Z. Because if y'all ain't see that Jay-Z concert that he did, I don't know where you at. We'll make a long story short. Bobby Smurda posted, niggas be 56 years old going through an identity crisis, laughing my ass off. He said, like, who you going to be next, frontin' ass nigga? Laugh out loud. Nigga too old for this shit. Go sit your old ass, sit down, old head. And then China Brim found this picture. This was a live video that I know all of us forgot about, where Bobby Smurda was in the bed with this man right here. Right here. That's him ducked. Now, we don't know if that was a woman on the other side because their face is completely covered. But that man right there was in the bed with you, Bobby. That man was in the bed with you, Bobby. And if you official, like China said, you've been acting real peanut butter and jelly since you came home, beloved. You've been acting real peanut butter and jelly since you came home, beloved. Because ain't nobody playing like that doing no publicity stunt. Ain't no real man with the moral integrity and compass gonna sit up and say, well, you know what, for a viral moment, let's do a photo shoot of me in the room with a known homosexual, the bed with a known homosexual man, And I don't know what that is under the other cover. Bobby Shmurda, you have to get yourself together. You can't come at Jay. I don't even follow Jay like I used to. The last time I listened to Jay-Z, as far as new stuff, was the 444 album. Because it seems like he just seemed like, to me, that old Jay, I just wasn't getting it no more. You dig what I'm saying? It seemed like, you know? And then the Knicks. Oh, man. You see what the Knicks did. We 11 games up, y'all. We ain't lost in 6 weeks. Tomorrow, June 3rd, I'm going to be at work, so I'm going to be watching on my phone. We're going to the San Antonio Spurs. Is this the reason why Jay went crazy? Did this give him some type of vibe to shake back to who he used to be? Because y'all remember, over the years, Jay-Z has formulated to one of the most executive extraordinaires now. This is a businessman. Tadal, Rocawear clothing, alcohol, all type of ventures, park in Brooklyn. And he spoke about the building downtown Brooklyn. Forgot the name of it. He said 20 years ago, he could have bought the building for $2 million. Now that shit worth like $50 million. His performance, his freestyle that he did, shooting at Nicki Minaj, Damon Dash, Kanye West, Drake. Yo, he's really still top tier. As far as my favorite MC, it's always gonna be Nasir Jones. But that performance, if you didn't check it out, it's on YouTube. Go check the whole shit out. Was incredible. I'm talking about from the first song to how he started. He brought Beanie Siegel on stage with him. Like that right there, I know niggas was in shock. Like, he bought Beanie Siegel. He had Memphis Bleek up there. Songs that I forgot about. That's why, if I was to ever get a watch by Nas or Jay-Z, I would so much want a Nas versus Jay-Z. Including all the hits. All the hits on both sides, the ethers, the disrespectful shit, all of that I would love, because the nigga Jay played some shit. He performed some shit at 56 years old, like he just walked into the motherfucking booth. When he did Dead Presidents, that shit was like, I don't even understand. I can't even tell you the vibe that came through when he did Dead Presidents, man. That shit is just crazy. When he did Still Nigga, he said, I'm not a nigga, I'm O.J. Simpson. It was like, okay, yo, anybody, when you get a chance, go check out that Jay-Z concert. That shit is crazy. But one thing I got to know before I get out of here, why did he come back so hard and official now? Is he going to jail? Does he feel like I'm just saying, hypothetically speaking, like with all these situations going on with the P. Diddy situations, and you know, because when P. Diddy went down with his situation with the sex crimes and all that, you notice they just pulled Jay-Z name away from all them situations, but he was around all them parties, the Rock Nation parties, the Diddy parties, et cetera, et cetera. They were supposed to be comrades, and the moguls in the rap game were supposed to be taking it over, Rockefeller, Bad Boy, et cetera, et cetera. But then when Diddy started going through all the public legal difficulties, niggas backed up and disappeared. Yeah, they backed up. They disappeared. No phone calls, no support at court, No sitting up in there going, yo, boy, I know you got this. No letters, no commissary, nothing. It's something about to go down where Jay-Z said, yo, you know what? If I am going to go down, I'm going to give one of the best performances everybody has ever seen in the world. See, I wasn't giving a fuck about what Jay-Z had going on. I'm going to keep it funky with you because the nigga music, to me, I listen to the old shit, like the Reasonable Doubts, them albums. But when that song he started out, well, you know, a midget standing on the shoulder of a giant can see much further than a giant. That's how he started the whole, do you know a midget standing on the shoulder of a giant can see much further than that giant? Got to go back and listen to that nigga classics. The nigga went crazy. He did it for Brooklyn. That's why I say Bobby Shmurda, he need to do something and just catch himself because to pay homage, like I said, Jay one of the best. I ain't gonna front. Me personally, favorite MC is Nas. Jay-Z is top 5 in my category. But then again, we have to stop really categorizing our category and our era because of the new MCs and the new rap pioneers in the genres like the NBA Young Boys, the Chief Keefs, the King Vons, rest in peace, the Pooh Shiesties. Because if you ask these young dudes, I was just talking to my little young man the other day. Shout out to my little nigga JoJo. You dig what I'm saying? I said, Joe, let me ask you something, JoJo. He said, what's that, Unc? If it was a versus battle between Cameron and Jim Jones, I asked him, yo, who you got? And he looked at me with the smoothest look. He was like, yo, I don't even know who you talking about, Unc. I said, oh, shit. He 24 years old. I'm like, yo, I'm asking him about Cameron and Jim Jones. He like, yo, Uncle, I don't even know what the fuck you talking about. So I told him, I said, Cameron is equivalent to like an NBA young boy. I said, and Jim Jones is equivalent to your time like a Chief Keef. He said, oh, I understand. But since he ain't heard none of their music, he couldn't give me a direct answer. But let me tell you something. That concert Jay-Z did, I took my hat off to him. And I got some content I'm doing later on, so set your bell notification because I'm going to get into these threats from Sauce Walker going against Drake. Because supposedly Drake done struck again. See, now I'm starting to notice why a lot of these niggas in the industry, in my opinion, are really, really upset with Drake because he fucking they broads. This nigga's just blowing it back. Drake just, it's like, if you notice, remember Ice Spice? Ice Spice got a phone call from Drake. This ain't no allegation. They was talking about this. They said he flew out one night. Next thing you know, he done changed his number. So it's like, this dude is just running around, just having his way. You know what I'm saying? He's charismatic. He's charming. Bitches are saying he's handsome. He got a bunch of motherfucking money. You know what I'm saying? And because Sauce Walker's baby mother has been reportedly seeing Drake, Sauce Walker done went crazy. He has a video out. Y'all go listen to it. I'm going to play it later on in the live. I'm going to break that shit down because he don't understand all type of charges that he put in. Number one, he's already being watched as far as gang affiliation. Dummy. Dummy. Then you said on tape, that's why I got your ass beat, bitch. She said, yeah, you set me up. He said, I got you beat by my black holes. Keep playing. I'll make them bitches do it again. Incriminating yourself in a crime. Then he blatantly says, you keep playing with me. I had that nigga Drake murdered. I have his car shot up. Implicating that you're at the top of some tier of some organization or some gang. Are you crazy? But I guess that's what that lane be doing to them niggas. I appreciate y'all for fucking with me for the Wake the Fuck Up show. Set your bell notification. Y'all know where y'all found it at. Peace. Another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me? twice, knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Man, woman, and children. Sun, moon, and stars. Everything exists, has to coexist with it. Like I said, another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me?